Hello. I am here to enlighten all of you. All the misguided, all of those who seem to be in the dark about many fundamental abstractions. Today I will tell you about the concept that is time. It is often misconcepted in many places that it is only this straight line or path from start, present, and end. It is funny how this is not true. You would be more so accurate if you believed the opposite. It is constantly this passive-aggressive fight for information where one conflicts with another and one declares something as another, and that other declares something else, and it is the certain somewhat pointless conflict that does nothing but make everyone even more confused. Just as that sentence may have done to some of you. Though it can be speculated that I am doing no better. If I can get at least one or two people to listen to my teachings, it would be even better than none at all. Many people do not understand anything that they speak of, and yet they have bachelor degrees, master's degrees, even and doctorate degrees. And even besides that, people with massive followings clamoring to one specific idea or concept. And yet, they do nothing but sit there, in their own confusion, and are in some cases, snippets of true understanding. Constantly formulating hypotheses, though it can be also seen as a noble effort, and I would agree. But what is a noble effort when one knows not what they do with them? Nonetheless, it shows humanity and other races strive for true understanding. I feel being taught some obsolete knowledge and given a paper and being told, good job does nothing but present itself as a cog in the slow and yet painful march to death that man has deemed suitable as life. When really it is almost a sadistic parody of sorts. Churches, religion, faiths, spirituality, even sacrifices are made to what is considered to be God, which many other people laugh at and ridicule. Doing this does nothing but inspire the rebellious nature of man as a whole and only persevere on the walk with themselves. Rightfully so should one at their rebellious nature, but for the right reason not to pursue a manipulative and psychologically harmful mind game that does nothing but recycle, and people can only keep repeating themselves until they snap out of it. Though this is not a simple rant about the concept of God, I am only trying to convey to you my perspective on the matter at hand. Granted, it is a comforting feeling and can be scary knowing you are capable of everything. Fear is man's cyanide that literally does nothing but ensure your ignorance toward many things, which is not your fault. It is no one's fault, unless consciously suppressed by man. It also is often heavily suppressed by man or is an aftermath of those shortcomings. For example, many people who force others into religion using fear, mind games, or any form of manipulation can be considered guilty toward these occurrences. Many culprits are the parents of young children, which is a sad attempt at continuing on their only legacy, but regardless is a noble effort itself. Time is a very complex form of regulation in terms of perception, all having a similar range of perception of time and space, though it is a very simple illusion. Time is this one thing that happens simultaneously to one, and an eternity to another, often seen as an eternally ongoing stride of events in almost the form of a timeline of sorts, when really there are billions of yes and no's as well as alternates of these questions. Scratch that. Maybe even more than billions. It is very similar to the concept of zeros and ones on a computer. Many things are, but this does not mean it is better or worse. Binary can seem just as complex, though it all depends on perception. The computer is possibly very similar to how the average human may formulate their reasoning. But at the same time, the concept that as time is perception. It is all percepted. See, time is this metaphorical bubble containing a series of actions in countless directions. If one does this, then another thing happens, and there are so many possibilities they are considered to be almost endless. But all the possibilities have already been done, and one just is not aware. If not happening simultaneously, as the possibility occurs,
when at the same time, the concept of time is a perceptive construct that is meant to regulate how one feels the occurrence of an event, though it was meant more as entertainment than a detriment. So people let it become a detriment by accepting what they believe to be true or untrue. When one believes something is true without any doubt or fear of it, it becomes like an engraving, or somewhat like a virus that infects the user, limiting them to some actions, such as the admin received from questionable websites that are an impediment when it comes to listening to music. That is why you see no one openly flying, but merely moving a piece of tinfoil on a toothpick. But that may change. Man is fearful and not properly taught the fundamentals of their planet, let alone universe, existence, or even themselves. This, as well, may change. But it is only up to the conscious being to take this first step in their paths. These things that I say here are not to belittle anyone. The purpose of saying any of these things is only to point out that man truly has hope. Then only the consciously willing will understand. Only they who have the will to see shall find.